With the second season edition of Wattson, there are now 10 playable heroes in Apex Legends, with another teased to be on the way, and everyone has their own opinion about which is best. Well, time to settle that argument with an official ranking of every Apex Legends character from worst to first. Known as the Toxic Trapper, Caustic has the ability to deploy canisters of Nox gas, which obscure vision, deal a small amount of damage over time, and slow enemies. He also can see through the gas himself, giving him an edge on enemies stuck in his funk. But while Caustic's abilities are great in specific places or situations, like in bunker or when your foes are hiding in a shed, they are limited. Worse, his gas slows and blocks line of sight for his teammates as well. Add in the fact that his oversized hitbox makes him an easy target, and it's clear to see why Caustic is currently considered the worst legend in the game. Caustic's fellow thick boy Gibraltar is also at the bottom thanks to an oversized hitbox and abilities that are defensive and situational in a game that values utility and speed. His ultimate is devastating, but usually is easy to avoid, while his passive ability adds more damage mitigation rather than avoidance. When you have to be shot in the face for your skills to kick in, that's suboptimal. Skilled players can put his dome of protection to good use, but in a firefight, the ability's slow deployment usually leads to a certain death. With the right mix of legends, Gibraltar can be an effective teammate, but unless you're in a pre-made, it's probably not worth the risk. Mirage has some of the best voice acting and writing in the game, but his abilities don't quite live up to his personality. Turning invisible when you're knocked only delays the inevitable by a few moments, and while his decoys are useful for flushing out enemy locations, experienced foes can usually tell a hologram from the real deal. When the game launched, Mirage's ultimate was also nearly useless. Recently, however, tweaks made it far more viable, as it now makes you completely invisible and can be cancelled early for a sneak attack. Players are re-evaluating Mirage's potential, but for now, he's still near the bottom. The lovable robot Pathfinder has yo-yoed up and down the rankings, as each new balance tweak seems to significantly affect his playability. Originally a pariah because of an oversized hitbox, he got a tweak that accidentally made him Swiss cheese and nearly impossible to hit. Now, however, he's swung back the other direction, so who knows what the future holds. One thing that remains the same is the versatility of his abilities. Being able to seize the high ground with his ziplines gives players with good aim and sniper rifles a big advantage in the endgame of an average match. As long as he has that, he'll always be playable, if not necessarily great. Introduced in Season 2, Wattson combines the defensive utility of both Caustic and Gibraltar without either of those downsides. Her electrified perimeter security fences can restrict enemy movement, slowing them down at crucial moments, and her ultimate, which is instantly rechargeable with ultimate accelerant, blocks incoming ordnance like grenades or aerial bombardments, while also recharging shields for anyone in the area. For the tactical-minded player, Wattson is an intriguing addition to the Apex Legends roster. Octane is the complete opposite of Wattson, emphasizing speed and maneuverability over strategy. His tactical ability increases his movement speed by 30% for 6 seconds at the cost of 10% of his health. No worries though, because his passive allows him to regain health over time. And though his ultimate is just a bounce pad, it has its uses, like leaping over Wattson's fences or jumping to high ground to confront an annoying Pathfinder. No wonder Octane is a favorite of adrenaline junkies everywhere. Since day one, Wraith has been the go-to legend for many of the world's top Apex Legends players. Her phasing tactical allows her to quickly escape danger by becoming immune to damage and partially invisible for a short time, while her passive ability helps players avoid danger in the first place by warning when enemies are nearby. And her Dimensional Rift ultimate allows for quick escapes, surprise ambushes, and better squad movement. So why isn't she higher on the list? Well, recent tweaks have resulted in Wraith taking additional damage. More importantly though, Wraith takes a lot of skill to use properly. In the right hands, she's a lethal weapon, but everyone else may be better off picking an easier legend to play instead. If you play in a pre-made squad, Bloodhound is a godsend, the old gods that is. Bloodhound's passive ability allows players to track the movements of enemies. You can tell where they've been, where they're going, and how recently they passed through, allowing you to regularly get the drop on unsuspecting enemies. Bloodhound's tactical also highlights enemies as well as enemy traps in a wide radius, even through walls and around corners. And their ultimate not only highlights enemies, it also gives enhanced movement speed for 35 seconds, which is great for either fast attacks or quick escapes. Balance, speed, and precision, Bloodhound has it all. Bangalore is probably the most straightforward legend in the game. Easy to use, easy to master. But that doesn't make her any less powerful or effective. Her passive allows her to move faster when under fire, for quick getaways, while her smoke grenades provide tactical cover for either offense or defense. And her Rolling Thunder aerial bombardment ultimate blankets the area with bombs that both damage and slow anyone caught in their blast. Whether you're an Apex novice or a seasoned vet, Bangalore gets the job done without fail. Finally, still in the top spot despite balance tweaks, there's Lifeline. At the start of Season 2, Respawn Games made a couple adjustments that negatively affected Lifeline, causing her to take 5% additional damage and limiting the usefulness of her health drone when caught outside the circle. Doesn't matter, Lifeline's passive ability, which allows her to use health and shield recharge items 25% faster than other legends, not to mention revive teammates faster, is still very strong during extended firefights. Her health drone also provides quick recovery for the entire team, while her ultimate summons a supply drop full of upgraded equipment. Who knows what the future holds, but for now, Lifeline is the best Apex Legends character around. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SVG videos about your favorite games are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.